Okay, everyone, welcome to another episode of Flying with Jake. This is a rare full flight episode that I'm going to be doing. So, if we look outside, here I am in this Delta 737. I don't know how the audio is coming through right now. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and tweak that just a little bit. Well, no. Now that I've killed this, there we go. Alright, now. See how the audio sounds right now in the recording, which I can't promise anything, but I'm at this is the Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International that I just put you on the other side of the building for, in this Delta 737. I'm doing a full flight down to Sarasota, Florida. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get our IFR clearance.
Atlanta, clearance delivery, Delta 2604, IFR to Sarasota, ready to copy. Delta 2604 is cleared to Sarasota.
11,000.
Filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 11,000. Departure frequency is 118.35, squawk 1211.
1211. There we go. Let's read it back.
Delta 2604, cleared at Sarasota.
And since we are in a Bravo,
runway heading, climb and maintain 11,000. Departure on 118.35.
Set.
1211. Delta 2604, readback is correct. Contact ground on 118.1 when ready to taxi.
Alright, now let's push back. I could not figure out how to shut off the engines. They just kind of start on when you start the simulator. And I probably could remember how to shut them off, but screw it. I'm not trying to be like an actual pilot here. So, taxi lights on.
Atlanta, clearance delivery, airway 511.
Let's switch to ground, that way we can hear. Oh, that guy's going to Cuba. But, let's turn on all of our various lights that we need. That's the beacon. Where's the nav lights? Well, actually, I think you have to turn them all on and then turn your strobes and your lands off. And that has turned on the navs on the wings, because the switches in this default 737 are kind of screwy for the lights and everything.
Atlanta, ground, airway 5111 with Oscar, ready to taxi, IFR.
Alright, that should be fine. That should be far enough.
Taxi 2 and hold short of runway 26 left via taxiway Foxtrot Echo. Contact tower on 123.85 when ready. Taxi 2 and hold
Yeah, well.
short runway 26
Couldn't request my taxi instructions yet.
Echo. Airway 5111. Atlanta, ground, Delta 2604 with Oscar, ready to taxi IFR. Delta 2604, taxi 2 and hold short of runway 27 right using taxiway Lima Juliet Mike. Contact tower on 119.5 when ready.
Okay, let's turn on a progressive taxi and acknowledge that. Okay, so we're going to the left.
Runway 27 right using taxiway Lima Juliet Mike. Delta 2604.
So let's go left and head to our assigned runway here in Atlanta. And again, this should be a shorter full flight video. I know the last one of these I did was Cincinnati to Atlanta, and that was a long time ago. So I'm just doing one quick one, Georgia to Florida, you know. If I had a different aircraft type in the simulator, I probably could do Fort Myers for more realism, but I have a 737 and they happen to run 7.3s to Sarasota from Atlanta, so I figured I'd just pick a route they actually do and do my own little, you know, redo of it, you know. So here we are. Also, I just got back from Florida today, back home, from some various things that are happening in my life, rather in my dad's life, but I was kind of involved, but that's a whole different story for another time. If you want to know about it, and you're like actually family of mine, just ask me. If you're not family and you're watching this and you want to know what's going on, you can go ahead and Alt F4 and screw off, because you have no business knowing. Although no one other than family and friends watches this. So like, I should say, if you're not family or like close friends and you want to know what's going on, go ahead and Alt F4, proceed direct back to RuneScape. I don't want to talk to you about it. Oh, I gotta switch my outside view to locked spot so that I'm not, on a chase cam or whatever. Or I can set up a chase cam. I like how it's even picking up the sound of the wheels on the landing gear rolling on the taxiway here. And this isn't even the newest flight simulator. The new one's out already. I haven't bought it because it's like $60. But like the graphics are like way better, and it's also like full-time multiplayer instead of just being like multiplayer when you're in a multiplayer session. Like you'll just run into other pilots out there. But anyway, here's the runway out here. We are operating what flight again? Delta 2604 to Sarasota. Alright, we should be able to call tower once we get around this turn here. Let's go ahead and call him. There we go. Press takeoff
Atlanta
clearance.
Tower, Delta 2604, ready to go. Runway 27, right, IFR to Sarasota. Delta 2604, cleared for takeoff. Runway 27, right. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 27, right. Delta
Set flaps 1 for takeoff. Probably should be all we need coming out of Atlanta is just one notch of flaps. Alright, here we go, folks. Let's take off, shall we? Go. Positive rate. Gears coming up. Speed hold. Altitude hold.
Delta 2604, contact Atlanta departure on 118.35.
Okay, we'll contact departure.
118.35.
Flaps are coming up.
Delta 2604. Atlanta departure, Delta 2604 is at 2000, climbing 1000. Delta 2604, Atlanta departure, roger, altimeter 2992. Delta 2604, turn left, heading 170, resume on navigation, climb and maintain 11000.
Okay, we've already got our
170,
GPS
course, climb and maintain
heading
11000.
programmed and everything.
Delta 2604.
In fact, let's just make sure we're not... Yeah, cool. Alright.
Delta 2604, turn left heading 0905.
0905.
Turn left heading 0905. Delta 2604.
Heading is set. There we go. There he is.
Airway 5111, turn left heading 155, resume on navigation.
He's going to Cuba,
13,000.
I think.
Turn left heading 155, proceed on course, climb and maintain 13,000, airway 5111.
Once we get above 10,000, I can up the speed to my usual speed in this thing. But right now we're in the Bravo, so.
5111, turn left heading 125, Delta 2604, turn right heading 165, resume on navigation. Turn right heading 165, resume on navigation, Delta 2604.
Yeah, as soon as he says resume on navigation, we can just set our autopilot, because I've got it on GPS mode, so it's just going to follow this path here on our GPS the whole way. We'll just be managing altitude
Delta 2604
and radius.
Atlanta departure on 119.8. 119.8.
Strobe off, don't need it.
2604. Airway 511. Atlanta departure Delta 2604 is climbing through 7,900 for 11,000. Delta 2604 Atlanta departure, roger, altimeter 2992. Atlanta departure, airway 5111 is at 7,700, climbing 13,000. Airway 5111 Atlanta departure, roger, altimeter 2992.
Okay, so he's gonna be off to our probably 4 or 5 o'clock maybe.
Atlanta Center on 128.0. Going to 128.0. Airway 5111. Atlanta approach. Blue Street 90761 is out of 12,200 for 11,000. Blue Street 90761, Atlanta approach, roger, altimeter 2992, Delta 2604, contact Atlanta Center on 128.0. 128.0, Delta 2604.
Okay, we're above that, so we can turn this off.
Atlanta
We can
Center,
up our
Delta
speed.
2604 is climbing through 10,300 for 11,000. Delta 2604, Atlanta Center, roger, altimeter 2992. Delta 2604, climb and maintain flight level 210. Climb and maintain flight level 210, Delta 2604.
Up to 210.
Atlanta Center, Blue Street 90761 with you. Blue Street 90761, Atlanta Center, roger, altimeter 2992, airway 5111, climb and maintain flight level 270. Climb and maintain flight level 270, airway 5111.
Okay.
Airway 5111, turn right, heading 155, proceed on
We're
course.
still in outside the Bravo on the ground, but once we're above 10,000, we're out of it. So, and right now we're climbing through 12,300. Cruising altitude is 35,000 on this flight.
Landmark 4330.
So,
CRJ 700 in sight.
it's a very busy airspace in Atlanta.
Street 9761. Traffic is 9 o'clock. 2 miles at 12,500. Cessna Caravan reports them in sight. Blue Street 9761. Have the traffic.
And I'll keep the GPS there so that we can see where we're at. In fact, I'll zoom out a little bit.
Delta 2604. Contact Atlanta Center on 134.5. Going to 134.5. Delta 2604. Atlanta Center, Delta 2604. Is climbing through 14,500 for flight level 210. Delta 2604, Atlanta Center, roger. Altimeter 2992.
Okay, we're almost at 16,000. They told us to go to 21,000.
Atlanta Center, airway 5111 is at flight level 209, climbing flight level 270. Airway 5111, Atlanta Center, roger.
I didn't check how long this flight is, but I can't imagine it's too much longer than an hour. It's gonna be a long video for me to upload, but you know, I'm back home. Why not, right? I'm gonna be moving soon, getting myself a house, so I'll be able to do the audio a lot better, probably. I'm gonna have my own like office type thing for this kind of stuff. Making videos, doing all kinds of stuff.
Airway 5111, climb and maintain flight level 330. Climb and maintain flight level 330, airway 5111. Atlanta Center, Pacifica 3100, visit flight level 197.
So yeah,
flight level 180.
that's the problem I have with these videos, with making these videos. I don't have a lot to talk about when I'm doing them. It's like I don't have a lot going on other than what I've just told you. And keep up with me on that. I mean, if you really care. I mean, I know a lot of people don't watch these videos. My channel isn't like
Delta
known.
604, climb and maintain flight level 350. climb and maintain flight level 350.
Maybe I'll make a
Delta
house
2604.
like tour video.
100. Descend and maintain 10,000.
That'd be cool when I get moved in and everything.
Pacifica 3100.
That'd be cool.
Delta 2604. Contact Atlanta Center on 123.905. 123.905 for Delta 2604.
Still with Atlanta Center.
Atlanta Center, Delta 2604. Is at flight level 2.
That's probably really loud. You probably can't hear me over the engines. I can barely hear myself over the engines. I'm going to turn my volume down. I don't know about your volume, but I mean, I'm not a professional when it comes to making these things. I'm a professional when it comes to driving a semi. You know, it's reasonable, isn't it? So right now, that's about 20 miles off to the, not that way, is Macon. And then we'll be going over, I think that was coming pretty close to flying over Albany. No, that's way south.
Delta 2604. Contact Atlanta Center on 134.5. 134.5 for Delta 2604.
And from here until we get descent clearance, it's gonna be a lot of this.
Atlanta Center, Delta 2604 is at flight level 258, climbing flight level 350. Delta 2604, Atlanta Center, roger. Piper 01 November, traffic is 2 o'clock, 3 miles at 12,000. Bombardier Sierra J700, report them in sight. Pacifica 3722, traffic is 10 o'clock, 2 miles at 8,500.
What is this?
Piper Archer.
No, I'm not
report
going
them
to
in
use Tinder. Stop it. I don't care. Okay, we're getting closer and closer to cruising altitude. Speed continues to kind of fall. Probably keep an eye on that. set our speed down to 300 indicated. Yeah. Without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and
Delta 2604, contact Jacksonville Center.
I'm not gonna do it yet.
125.75.
Hey, we're on with Jacksonville.
125.
We will be here in a second.
Delta 2604. Jacksonville Center, Delta 2604 is at flight level 324, climbing flight level 350. Delta 2604, Jacksonville Center, roger.
Okay, we're on with Jacksonville Center.
Jacksonville Center, roll travel 3658 with you. Roll travel
Starting to
3658.
see some
Jacksonville Center, roger.
trails coming off my wings. That means my speed's getting a little bit low for this altitude, but we'll be at cruise here soon, and then we'll be leveling off, and we'll really pick up speed. While I'm at it, I'm going to look at a diagram of the Sarasota airport that I'm flying to.
Contact Jacksonville Center on 135.325. 135.325, quick roll travel 3658.
Okay, so it looks like it's just like a standard like crossing runways design. I've never actually been to this airport, surprisingly. Well, not surprisingly. I have a place I go in Florida, and it's not Sarasota. So they got one really long runway, 14 and 32, and then they got 4 and 22 that's a lot shorter. The 73 could probably land on both. They'll most likely have me landing on probably 32. I'm just gonna call it. So they'll have me come around to the south and then fly straight in on a visual, because I'm going to ask them for the visual approach into whatever runway they give me. Take that to that speed there. Let's bring my GPS back up so we can see our ground speed readout. .411 nautical for 12. Yeah, we're picking up speed again. I'm going to keep that diagram handy just in case I need to reference it at any time, especially on approach. But we've got quite a ways to go yet. If we look at our GPS, we're going to be crossing the Florida line in, I want to say 20 minutes, maybe?
133.744 orbit 8289er.
It's a little over 50 miles out. Call it 10 minutes. We'll be getting into Florida.
Delta 2604, contact Jacksonville Center on 133.7. 133.7, Delta 2604. Jacksonville Center, Delta 2604. Jacksonville Center, orbit 8587 with you. Orbit 8587, Jacksonville Center, roger.
So if it's doing 25 nautical miles a minute, it's nautical miles in 3 minutes, 24 in 3 minutes. It's, well, no, I can't do the math here. I'm just gonna let it fly. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm not gonna worry about how long it's gonna take. I'm just gonna upload this as is, with minimal editing done to it. Show you what a raw product looks like. So. And then I might do another, you know, kind of, you know, video like this, but edit it a lot.
Turn right, heading 330, climb and maintain 10,000. Expect vector visual, runway 34, approach. All 30.
Hey, look, there's a plane down there. It's an Airbus.
Contact Jacksonville Center on 132.3. 132.3 for orbit 8289er.
What is KTMA Airport? I might know what that is. Let's Google it here. Hey, Tifton! I was there last week. That's where I spent the night on the way down to Florida. I spent the night, I woke up this morning in Dalton, Georgia, and drove the rest of the way. Back up here home to Dayton. And, yeah, so that's 35,000 feet. You're starting to see the coast there of Florida. That's the Big Bend over there. We'll likely be going past like Tampa and all that. We'll be going over Tampa Bay. Whoever this guy is has been starting city skylines repeatedly forever. Been showing up in the corner there. I gotta turn those off, but I just don't want to. I don't want to do the extra work.
Cessna 392, contact Jacksonville Center on 125.75. Going at 125.
I have city skylines, just haven't played them forever. And I suck at it. I suck at building cities. All my cities just either get flooded or overrun with sewage or something like that within a week. Like, I just don't know how to build them right.
Jacksonville Center, American Pacific 888 with you 117. Orbit 8587, contact Jacksonville Center on 125.75. American Pacific 888.
Okay, it's the last waypoint in Georgia, and then I have one right across the state line in Florida.
125.75, Fort Orbit 8587.
Looks like we'll be going right over St. Petersburg Airport there, the PIE. Zoom out a little bit. That's St. Pete Clearwater, and then we'll be coming into Sarasota there.
Airway 5111, Jacksonville Center, roger.
I could fly to St. Pete right now if I wanted to. I could jump on an Allegiant flight out of Dayton or Cincinnati and go down there. there off to our about 11 o'clock. That's Valdosta. In fact, where's the airport?
Delta 2604, contact Jacksonville Center.
There it is.
125.905. 125.905 for Delta 2604. Jacksonville Center, Delta 2604, with you, flight level 350. Delta 2604, Jacksonville Center, roger.
So we're passing Valdosta.
Delta 2604, contact Jacksonville Center on 133.7.
Didn't I just talk to you guys?
133.7, Delta 2604. Jacksonville Center, Delta 2604, with you. Delta 2604, Jacksonville Center, right, airwave 6609.
There are two Valdosta airports.
Center on 132.3.
That one there and this one over here.
Airwave
The larger one. Or rather one with like one runway. That one has two. I think, yeah, two of them. One must be just like general aviation airport.
895 Jacksonville Center, roger. Altimeter 2992. Beach 521, traffic is 6 o'clock, 4 miles at 5,600.
OTK is like the
Beach Aaron, report them in sight. Beach 521,
the
traffic in
beacon
sight.
for that second airport there in Valdosta. The one outside the Bravo or whatever. Or that's not a Bravo. That's a just a generic controlled airspace. And that red is like a restricted, like military, but we're far enough above it that it wouldn't matter.
Jacksonville Center, roger.
In fact, I wonder which one of those is the one that gets one airline serving it, and it's Delta. Going to, you guessed it, Atlanta, because of course. It's the one that's got one runway, or two runways. Only gets a little regional jet every day, 3 times, going to Atlanta. But what if you want to go south? Well, wait a minute, you can just drive south. You're practically at the Florida state line.
Jacksonville Center, airwave 6609er with you. Airwave 6609er.
Which, speaking of it, it's right there, that white line right here.
Pacifica 4268, contact Jacksonville Center on 134.4. 134.4 for Pacifica 4268. Airwave 6609er, contact Jacksonville Center on 132.3. Going to 132.3.
And we're in Florida.
6609er. American Pacific or 895, contact Jacksonville Center on 135.325. 135.325, American Pacific or 895. Jacksonville Center, will travel 739er with you.
Meanwhile, my cat is getting reacquainted to my apartment.
Center, roger.
Don't get too reacquainted, bud. Remember, we're moving out. We're getting a house, bud. Yeah. You want to get a house? He's looking at me like, you're talking crazy. What's this house you speak of? He hasn't seen it. Hey, kitty.
Airwave 5111. Contact Jacksonville Center on 132.3.
Yeah, there.
Pacifica 8380. Contact Jacksonville Center
Yeah.
on
He's coming back.
135.325. World
Here he
Travel
comes.
2850.
Hey, bud.
Contact Jacksonville Center on 135.
Want to jump up here and say hi to the people in the video? I'll include a picture of him from my trip. In the video. I'll put it up right here, right now, as I'm talking. You can see him there. He's a good boy. In fact, I'll put one up of him today while he was riding in the truck with me, because he went to Florida with me. He's done it twice now. He is a natural when it comes to traveling. He's the best companion a driver could have. Isn't that right, bud? Yeah. He's here getting scratched on by me. He loves getting scratched right behind his ear. It's like his favorite spot. Hey, there's a jet over there.
1500. Delta 2604. Contact Jacksonville Center on 135.325. 135.325. Delta 2604. Jacksonville.
Depending on our altitude, by the time we get to Tampa, we might get on with Miami Center as well.
Delta 2604. Jacksonville Center. Roger.
Because Jacksonville covers the northern part of Florida as well as southern and eastern Georgia, and then Miami covers the rest of the state.
Jacksonville Center on 135.325. Going to 135.325. Orbit 17905.
Kitty, hey. You good boy.
Is at flight level 2904, climbing flight level 320. Pacifica 1645, Jacksonville Center, roger.
So, here's like Cedar Key there. This is
Jacksonville Center.
I don't know what that
Travel 2850 with you, flight level 310. World Travel 2850, Jacksonville Center, roger.
Alright, the awkward silence of mid full flight video. Let me know if y'all like this like format or whatever. Those of you that watch this, let me know if you have any other ideas of what I could do with this. I don't really know. I might be doing like actual flight training in the future now that my living situation is going to change a little bit. I'll be paying less in terms of cost of living. My rent is going to be eliminated, and my mortgage payment on my house is going to be about half of what I'm paying in rent right now. It's actually kind of pathetic what I'm paying in rent for this place.
World Travel 3658,
But
Jacksonville
yeah.
Center, roger.
And then I'll probably get some food delivered here. I need to go to the store, but I was going to do that when I got home today, but after the various things that happened when I got into the area, I decided that I'm going to do that tomorrow. And just, get settled in here again for work on Monday. I've missed an entire week of work, unpaid, because my benefits haven't kicked in yet at my new job. So, yeah.
Jacksonville Center, American Pacific 2147, with you, flight level 190.
What can you do, right?
American Pacific 2147, Jacksonville Center, roger. Jacksonville Center, World Travel 739er3 with you. World Travel 739er3, Jacksonville Center, roger.
There's Gainesville there. Lake City's here. Jacksonville, Lake City, Gainesville, that's, I don't know. And then down here is going to be like Ocala. And this general vicinity over here.
World Travel 2850, contact Jacksonville Center on 134.4. 134.4, World Travel 2850. Delta 2604, contact Jacksonville Center on 134.4. Going to 134.4, Delta 2604. Jacksonville Center, Delta 2604, with you. Delta 2604, Jacksonville Center, roger. Cessna 12 X-ray, traffic is 6 o'clock, 4 miles at 200, Bombardier.
200 feet. That guy's either landing, taking off, or about to crash.
Jacksonville Center, Bombardier.
Nope, he's taking off.
Victor Kilo is at 1,100, climbing 13,000. Bombardier, Yankee Victor, Bravo, Victor Kilo, Jacksonville Center, roger. Altimeter 299er2. Bombardier, Victor Kilo, turn left, heading 145, resume on navigation, climb and maintain 13,000. Turn left, heading 145, resume on navigation, climb and maintain 13,000. Bombardier, Victor Kilo. American Pacific 2321, Jacksonville Center, roger. Bombardier, Victor Kilo, traffic is 10 o'clock, 4 miles at 4,000. Cessna, Caravan, report them in sight. Cessna 50 Delta, traffic is 2 o'clock, 3 miles at 4,000.
Yeah, he's getting up there.
Bombardier, Learjet, report them in sight. Bombardier, Victor Kilo, turn left, heading 115.
This is the weird part of flying the simulator in Florida. You got the ocean there. You got the ocean there. It's just like it's like a giant, like, just stick.
World Travel 2850, turn left, heading 135, resume on navigation, descend and maintain flight level 190. Turn left, heading 135, resume on navigation, descend and maintain flight level 190. World Travel 2850. World Travel 1871, traffic is 12 o'clock, 4 miles at flight level 303, Airbus E321, report them in sight. Pacifica 7.
And here's the sharpest turn while we're at cruising altitude.
2 miles at flight level 298, Airbus E321, report them in sight. Pacifica 788, have the traffic. Orbit 300, turn left, heading 275. Turn left, heading 275, orbit 300. World Travel 1871, have the Airbus A321 in sight. Orbit 300, turn right, heading 310. Turn right, heading 310. Orbit 300, Airways 1050, contact Jacksonville Center on 127.8. Orbit 300, contact Jacksonville approach on 118.6. Pacifica 35905, contact Jacksonville Center on 127.8.
Just come on, let's get our descent clearance.
127.8 for Pacifica 35905.
Or get like our vectors.
Delta 260.
Oh, there we go.
Descend and maintain flight level 240. Descend and maintain flight level 240. Delta 2604.
We're gonna speed down to something more manageable.
118.6. Orbit 300. 127.8. Airways 1050.
Let's start our descent.
Delta 2604. Contact Jacksonville Center on 127.8. 127.8. Delta 2604. Jacksonville Center, World Travel 1871, with flight level 340. World Travel 1871, Jacksonville Center, roger. Jacksonville Center, Delta 2604, is out of flight level 334 for flight level 240. Delta 2604, Jacksonville Center, roger.
I don't know, the only editing I might do is if I do a really good landing in Sarasota. But it looks like right now we're just following the coast. If you look straight ahead of me, that part to the right that kind of juts out there, that's Pinellas County. That's like St. Pete, Clearwater, Dunedin, all that over there. And then Tampa is over here in the middle here. Like downtown's here, there's an Air Force base here, I think, if memory serves, and then down here is going to be like Sarasota on the other side of the bay.
World Travel 3658, contact Jacksonville Center on 133.325. Delta 2604, contact Jacksonville Center on 133.325. 133.325 for Delta 2604. Jacksonville Center, Delta 2604 is at flight level 309er, descending flight level 240. Delta 2604, Jacksonville Center, roger. Jacksonville Center, World Travel 3658 with you, flight level 310. World Travel 3658, Jacksonville Center, roger.
Take this up to our 250 that we're limited to in Bravos, just to kind of expedite this a little bit. There's all the lakes over there by like Orlando. He's no longer any concern to us. We're below him. He's right in our wheelhouse.
114, you are 36 miles northwest, turn right, heading 185, expect vector is ILS, runway 36, left approach.
Wonder where that guy's
Right,
landed.
heading 185, expect vector
I mean,
ILS,
Atlanta,
runway
or no, Orlando.
36, left approach.
We took off out of Atlanta.
World Travel 114. Pacifica 75, climb and maintain flight level 260. World Travel 114, contact Tampa approach on 119er.9er. Going to 119er.9er. World travel 114.
We won't be on with them yet because we're still too high. Got about 1,000 more feet to go before we can start descending. They'll give us our next altitude to descend to.
Blue Street 2088, contact Jacksonville Center on 127.8. 127.8 for Blue Street 2088.
Coming into range is Brooksville, Florida, to the north of Tampa Bay Metro.
Flight level 300, Delta 2604, descend and maintain 12,000. Descend and maintain 12,000, Delta 2604. Climb and maintain flight level 300, orbit 8875. Pacifica 75, contact Jacksonville Center on 134.4. Going to 134.4, Pacifica 75. World travel 739er3, descend and maintain 3000. Descend and maintain 3000. World travel 739er3.
Like I said, we should be going right over top of the St. Pete Clearwater Airport. Tampa's like over here. Tampa Airport, everything.
121.1, world travel 2850. Jacksonville Center, American Pacific 2147 is at flight level 188, descending 13,000. American Pacific 2147, Jacksonville Center, roger.
Come on, get me on with Tampa. And I gotta remember not to hit the brakes when my main gear touched down so that I don't slam my nose gear like that one landing I did in Seattle. Gotta let it come down naturally and then hit the spoilers and then the reversers before hitting the main brakes.
Orbit 8875, contact Jacksonville Center on 134.4. 134.4 for orbit 8875. American Pacific 2147, turn left heading 150. Turn left heading 150, American Pacific 2147. contact Miami Center on 134.55. 134.55, world travel 3658. American Pacific 2014, contact Jacksonville Center on 127.8. 127.8, American Pacific 2014.
We'll be getting into the Bravo soon. We don't want to be over 250. So I went ahead and hit the brakes a little bit. Over here, you probably can't see it too well right now, is the Tampa Airport. St. Pete Clearwater's like right here in front of us. We're going to go right over it. In fact, let's do that because we're not zoomed in, or not zoomed out in the outside view. That's Tampa there. St. Pete Clearwater is here. It hasn't rendered yet. This is downtown St. Pete. We're landing somewhere over here. Where he's vectoring us in.
Jacksonville Center, roger. Delta 2604, you were board 5 miles north, turn left, heading 135, expect vectors ILS, runway 32, approach. Please stand by, Delta 2604. Delta 2604, roger.
Visual runway 32, yeah.
Delta 2604, would like visual, runway 32, approach. Delta 2604, you were board 2 miles north.
That means I'll just line us up with it
expect
so we
vectors
can see it.
visual, runway 32, approach. Turn left, heading 135, expect vectors
So we won't be going right over the St. Petersburg Airport.
Delta 2604.
Right over Tampa, okay. St. Pete will be visible off of our right side once we unbank here. Hey, it rendered. There it is. That's St. Petersburg Clearwater. Allegiant flies there. I think that's the only airline that serves it.
Jacksonville Center, each November 4732, Quebec, with you, flight level 220. Each November 4732, Quebec, Jacksonville Center, roger.
Yeah, I figured they would have me come in from the, just come south and then turn kind of west, northwest-ish.
Pacifica 90126, climb and maintain flight level 260. Delta 2604, contact Miami Center on 132.35. 132.35 for Delta 2604.
I guess above 12 or above 10,000, we're on with center.
Miami Center, Delta 2604, with you. Delta 2604, Miami Center, roger. Altimeter 2992.
But hey, we're out of the Bravo, so we can speed up again. You wouldn't think 5 knots is a lot, but it can be. That way we're not dipping back there with our tail. I shouldn't need too many notches of flaps on this landing, since I'm landing pretty much at sea level.
Center, American Pacific 5329er with you. American Pacific 5329er, Miami Center. Roger. Altimeter 2992.
But again, I'm not an expert.
5329er, contact Tampa approach on 119.65. 119.65. American Pacific 5329er.
Hey, what's that? Hey, Mooney. Descending into something over there. Probably Plant City. I think that's what PCM there is. Right here. I think that's Plant City. Would make sense. Geographically, I mean. So we're going to be coming in along this ILS feather right here. We're coming in this way. They're going to vector us around and then down here, and then we're going to come in like this and land like this at Sarasota. And do keep in mind, it's been a few months since I landed a 737 in the simulator. So it might be a little bit rusty.
Delta 2604, contact Miami Center on 134.55. Going to 134.55, Delta 2604. Miami Center, Delta 2604, with you. Delta 2604, Miami Center, roger. Altimeter 2992. Delta 2604, descend and maintain 3000. Descend and maintain 3000. Delta 2604.
Set. And we'll set this down to like 235. Since we'll be getting into the Bravo and we're not taking off. We want to have our speed kind of lowish so that we're not coming in too hot to Sarasota.
Delta 2604, contact Tampa approach on 119.9er. Going to 119.9er, Delta 2604. Tampa approach, Delta 2604 is at 11,000, descending 3,000. Delta 2604, Tampa approach, roger. Altimeter 2992. Delta 2604, turn right heading 165. Turn right heading 165. Delta 2604.
There we go, we're set at 165.
077, contact Orlando approach on 119.4. Going to 119.4, Cessna 077. Tampa departure beach, November 7003 Delta is type beach, in air 2 miles north of Tampa, 1,400. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace. Beach, November 7003 Delta, Tampa departure, clock 757. Delta 2604, turn right heading 200. Turn right heading 200. Delta 2604. Delta 2604, contact Miami Center on 134.55. 134.55, Delta 2604. Miami Center, Delta 2604 is out 8,600 for 3,000. Delta 2604, Miami Center, roger. Altimeter 2992. Delta 2604, turn left heading 170. Turn left heading 170. Delta 2604.
I'm really hoping this isn't like my last landing I did in this thing where I bounced off the runway in Atlanta. I'm hoping I can set it down real nice. Yeah, screw it, I'll use all the flaps I can get to keep it steady. All the ones that make sense, at least.
Contact Tampa approach on 120.65. 120.65 for each Niner 12. American Pacific 2315, traffic is 10 o'clock, 4 miles at 6,300, Boeing 737, report them in sight. Altitude 604, traffic is 9 o'clock, 4 miles at 4,700, de Havilland-8, report them in sight.
Got him.
Delta 2604, have the de Havilland-8 in sight. American Pacific 2315, have the Boeing 737 in sight.
That's the airport. We're coming in like so.
American Pacific 2315, contact Tampa approach on 119.9er. 119.9er for American Pacific 2315.
Trying to find the engine cutoff
Altitude
for when I land and park at the gate.
200. Turn right heading 200. Delta 2604. Miami Center, American Pacific 4695 is at 2,400, climbing 7,000. American Pacific 4695, Miami Center, roger, altimeter 29902.
We're down at the speed for, or at the altitude for landing or approach. So
Altitude 604, turn right heading 230. Turn right heading 230, Delta 2604.
we can't see Sarasota on the runway view yet from the cockpit.
American Pacific 46905, contact Miami Center on 127.2. 127.2, American Pacific 46905.
In fact, we're down low. Let's turn on our landing lights. Strobes will come on when we're on final for the runway. Gear will come down when on final.
119.65. Going to 119.65, Delta 2604. Tampa approach, Delta 2604 with you. Altitude 604, Tampa approach, roger, altimeter 29902.
If it was really low, it'd just be like flying around like this, you know. There's probably buildings and stuff down here in real life, but yeah, just a plane flying overhead, cruising around, trying to get vectored in for our landing here. There's the ILS feather will be following in. We're not going to be on the ILS. I don't know how to do it in a 737, but deal with it.
Delta 2604, turn right heading 260. Turn right heading 260, Delta 2604.
Okay, returning to our heading. Still can't see it on the list there.
Delta 2604, turn right heading 290. Turn right heading 290, Delta 2604.
See it yet? It'll be Kilo Sierra Romeo Quebec.
Hampton approach, Cessna, November 36670, with you 7,500. Cessna, November 36670, Hampton approach, roger, altimeter 2992.
I'll just follow the ILS feather and hope I'm landing on a runway and not a taxiway. But if you look on this display here, that's the airport right there. They come in like this way. Gear's gonna come down on final, so. And then I gotta shut all this autopilot down and just take her in manual.
604, descend and maintain 2000. Descend and maintain 2000. Delta 2604.
Hope the boys on the golf course here are not too keen or not too upset about me flying like right over them. We could look at the runway from here, but I think I can find it. Just on approach here, so. We're entering the Sarasota class Charlie here in a minute. That's it right there, those pink rings, that's a class Charlie.
Altitude 604, airport is 12 miles, figured 1 o'clock, turn right heading 320, report runway in sight. Turn right heading 320, Delta 2604. Delta 2604 has the runway in sight. Altitude 604, you are 11 miles southeast, descend and maintain 2000, clear visual, runway 32, approach. Contact Sarasota Tower on 120.1. Descend and maintain.
Okay, contact the tower.
Sarasota Tower, Delta 2604 is 10 miles southeast. Inbound visual, runway 32, approach. Altitude 604, Sarasota Tower, make straight in, runway 32, altimeter 2992. Fly straight in, runway 32, Delta 2604.
Gotta come over here a little bit. Keep that runway visible in our heads up here.
Altitude 604, cleared to land, runway 32. Cleared to land, runway 32, Delta 2604.
Oh, we're gonna line this up beautifully. Turn on the strobes. Flaps. We gotta be good from here for flaps. I don't think we need all the flaps on this landing. Maybe just one more notch. That'll be good. Gear is confirmed down. Runway verified. That's the only one that we cleared to land on. This tower's watching us. Everything like that. And a little bit off, but we'll fix it. Oh, this is going to be a beautiful landing. Now watch, I say that and I'm going to screw it up. Little minor fixes we got to do with the alignment. Power to idle, since we got enough speed to get to it now. Standing by on the speed brakes.
Sync rate.
Shut up. A little bit off center there, but probably not so bad, all things considered. Throttle is full reverse.
Altitude 604, turn next taxiway.
And welcome to Sarasota.
604, contact ground on 121.9er. 121.9er for Delta 2604. Sarasota ground, Delta 2604, request taxi to the gate. Delta 2604, taxi to gate Bravo 4, using taxiway Alpha 3 Alpha Bravo Romeo 2. Taxiing to gate Bravo 4, using taxiway Alpha 3 Alpha Bravo Romeo 2, Delta 2604.
That's coming off. Flaps are coming up. Strobes are off now. We're going to not run off the taxiway here. So that's a full flight complete, almost. We just got to taxi over here and then figure out how to shut off the engines. Turn on the strobes whenever you're crossing a runway, even if it's inactive, which this is the one we didn't land on. Strobes off. And we're parking at the gate. Okay, the engines will not shut off, but I will go ahead and cut the recording here. That's the plane parked at the gate in Sarasota. In fact, before we go, I'm going to go ahead and do a replay of the landing. So that would be probably that. No. Yeah, so here's the, approach. We were off center on, getting on with Sarasota Tower here. I centered it and everything. Kept screwing with the flaps a little bit here and there. It's just little minute little things. Alignment looks good. I know it came in a little bit shallow toward the end, but that can be fixed, even though I'm not really planning on flying any jets anytime soon, because I don't plan on flying jets. I just want to fly like a single engine, but I could do a full flight in one of those too out of Dayton here and fly somewhere cool, close by to where it's not like a 5-hour video, because I don't want to do that. I maybe gave it a little bit too much time before the landing to just sit here and watch, but who cares? Y'all are watching. If you are, see a landing, we'll judge it. We'll rate the landing. Okay, I feel like I came in a little hot, but touchdown was good. So there was a minor bounce, but who cares? Spoilers came up. Reverse thrust. Used a lot of the runway to get stopped. A lot of it. I was almost at the opposite end. And that's where I turned off. Okay. So, with that, I will go ahead and end the video here, and see y'all later.